I have developed the most masterful strategy in all of Honkai Star Rail. Boothill and Jade is a wonderful match because Boothill needs time to ramp up. Jade has the highest amount of toughness damage in the game. These fast breaks can actually get Boothill his pocket trick shots extremely early and start dealing the maximum amount of damage right off the bat. Now, the only character that you do not need in this is Ranmei. Just kidding. She's actually the only character you need. My apologies. This team does not work without her because the follow-ups that you get from Jade is nothing if you do not have the extra weakness break efficiency if you're not going against Quantum. As you can see, this is Japard. We've only got physical weaks, no Quantum weaks, so Jade is pretty much relying on her extremely high toughness ult, which is a result of the weakness break efficiency from Ranmei. Now, we have Robin for the 4th slot because this is a pretty hard stage to zero cycle with Jade and Boothill because there's not very many physical and quantum weak sides, but we make it work because Boothill implants and Jade is just Jade. So Robin is going to tie this team together wonderfully. However, in the second team, we're actually going to see how Boothill can get every single stack of pocket trick shot right off the bat, and we're also going to use Hanya in place of Robin. So it's going to be a little bit more of a relatable team, that one, because this one, we do have E1 Ranmei and E2 Robin. Not that it really makes a difference too much, I'll be honest, because we're going to see just how consistently just destructive this team is. I usually don't do zero cycles live, but Boothill is such a consistent zero cycler in my opinion that I've actually started doing a couple live Boothill zero cycles. Anyway, basic towards the dog. Get the damage boost now. Thank you. Gonna last one extra turn on Jade now. Then we can go ahead and skill it because we prefer for Boothill to be able to take it out. No crit, unfortunately, because we do need the ult to get that 30% from Misha's light cone. Hopefully this dog still dies. Ooh, kind of sad. Very sad, actually. Very, very sad. We're gonna have to basic now and then go into Concerto. If Jade had crit there, that wouldn't have happened. Of course, crit is always the RNG that comes back to bite you, even when you're using a break DPS. Now, here, we can just go ahead and basic. Nothing going on there. And then with Jade, we can actually target this non-physical, non-quantum weak enemy. Pretty crazy that this is going to deal this amount of toughness and damage without being off. Anyways, go ahead and skill here. Wonderful. Kill gives Jade a little bit more energy. And then we can go ahead and put this guy into standoff and then use our ult, implant physical, and break. Wonderful. And we're now at 3 stacks. Now we can transition over to this guy, and we're not going to be able to break. Never mind. As long as enough of Jade's follow-ups land, we can break perfectly fine. So, goodbye. Jesus, 420. Okay. Boothill. Time to send off your gunshot. Apply physical. Beautiful. We will just basic here. Need the skill point because we can then go ahead and let's just take this guy out right now. Let's put him out of his misery. Adios. We were at full health before this too. I didn't even realize. Wow. Go ahead and skill here with Ranmei. And we prefer to get this ult up on Ranmei before we start doing the breaks. But that's probably, you know, we're going to wait actually, yeah. So we'll just basic once more. Perfect. MOC buff. We could have also just waited for her turn to come up and we would have just got it then. So didn't really matter too much. However, let's see how much toughness this does here. Ooh, a little bit short. And unfortunately, Jade is going to break because she's going to trigger her follow-ups. I'm actually fine with that because he can re-trigger breaks regardless of if he's the one breaking. So let's actually see how this synergy works. We'll just let her break. These follow-ups should be close. Might actually leave it at 1. Okay, yeah. So we broke it there. Now we're going to see how the re-trigger works. Back into standoff and bang bang. Wonderful damage there. Concerto brings everybody back up to the front. And then we can just go ahead and basic. Go ahead and skill. Go ahead and say adios. Bang. Now we're going to transition sides here into Hanya. We took out Robin, swapped in a pretty fast Hanya, and she's going to speed up not only Boothill, but also Jade, right? So we're going to start putting burden on the physical weak enemy, and then we'll go ahead and shoot in the face. Now, all the dots we take from this side honestly make it a horrible option to try to go at this sustainless for a 0 cycle, because we're inevitably going to take like 70% of our health on all of our characters, but what can you do? The deer, luckily, deals almost no damage, so we can get by the second phase with almost no health. We just need to survive the first side. Now, at this point, we do not want to break with Hanya, so we'll just target the left here.
By the will of the 10 lords decree,
Boost forward Boothill, give her a ton of speed, or give him a ton of speed, and action forward everybody as well, thanks to Dance Dance Dance. Boom, broken. As you can see, that's one stack. Now we're going to put standoff on the second target. Boothill is now going to gain a second stack from that Jade ult. Wonderful. And then we can go ahead and re-trigger some break damage here. Bang. Almost 3 stacks. So once that breaks, once that's dead, it will get that third stack. Wonderful. And there it is, fully buffed, good to go into the next wave versus the deer. Re-trigger of the break again, and we got the ult up again because, I mean, his energy generation is crazy with that. It's just absolutely insane. Bang bang. A little bit more toughness, so now, Boothill, do your thing, Boothill. What? Only a couple more actions left. Reapply this weakness break efficiency. Unfortunately, now we cannot deal physical damage because we don't have Boothill's ult up. This is one problem that you might run into with 2-phase bosses. So luckily, this is where Jade comes in handy.
By the will of the 10 lords,
Boost everybody forward once again. Now we're going to give the speed to Jade. Right? So now Jade is going to be a little bit faster and should act before our next Boothill turn, which is what we want. Crazy amount of toughness damage coming in. Wonderful. And there you go. As you can see, Jade's next turn is after Boothill, because this first Boothill attack is going to do nothing, but the last Boothill attack will be the finisher.
Still in denial. I shall be the judge.
Little bit of damage bonus.
Do you admit this crime?
Break.
Don't worry, this one's on me.
And Boothill, your time has come.
There's your reward.
Bang bang. When it comes to the builds for Boothill, we ran him pretty slow actually, and we built him with crit because we did want to take advantage of all the damage bonus and attack bonus we're getting from both Robin and Ranmei and even Hanya, that we don't want to waste all that crit potential, even though it's really not that much at the end of the day. We still were able to build a good amount of break effect. Let's see what the relics were like here. Pretty much rainbow set here with only a 2-piece of break, crit rate, physical damage, and break effect. You can also go tank heal, honestly. Tank heal works wonderfully well. A little bit of a faster Jade with 90% crit rate once it goes up. A little bit of a lower break effect. However, she does gain a good amount herself, so it's not too much to worry about. Nice. Now, when it comes to Ranmei, she's very slow. Hit at that 180 break effect cap, and her light cone's on a 4-piece watchmaker and on an energy rope. Perfect. Extra def shred with the E1 there. Very fast Robin, just so we can re-trigger Concerto early. This is the speed that you need if it's E1 or E0 Robin. However, if it's E2, you can get away with a much slower Robin, pretty much. So the E2 is pretty unnecessary, in my opinion, for this team. Yeah. Just 16% damage, or speed rather, and then extra energy, which is useless pretty much. This will affect your breaks though, so very good buff for breaks. Very, very good buff for breaks. And that's all I got. So tell me what you guys thought about the Jade and Boothill synergy. I love this team a lot. It's very, very fun. Join the Discord, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.